Let me show you a short clip of something and see if you can find what's off about it. Spotted it? Well, if you said, hey, why can Brawler double jump twice? Then you're correct. In this video, we'll answer what's going on with Brawler's new Phantom Land Refresh tech, what you can do with it, and what this means for Brawler's meta. Before that, I'll also quickly talk about some more smaller discoveries made for BDK, which will be just as important. Let's go! The first thing I want to talk about are BDK kill confirms. If you remember my original how to use BDK, which was almost a year ago? Holy! In that video, I mentioned weak nair BDK at ledge as the only real kill confirm. Turns out, BDK is a lot more busted than I thought. While it's true that it works on pretty much everyone at ledge, some characters also get absolutely destroyed on stage, notably floaties. Let's take it to the extreme and look at Jigglypuff. From center stage of small battlefield against DI in, Jigs will die from around 120 to 140%. DI out is a bit more difficult to test, as it would also mean DI out against the finishing BDK, but the combo still works from around 85 to 130%, so no need to worry about that. Those killing numbers aren't too impressive though. Nair back air can do the same, but kills at earlier percents, even if it stops connecting at around 120%. So why would you ever do this? Well, things change when moving closer to the ledge. Under either of the platforms, it already kills at 100%. This pretty much already closes the gap between it and Nair back air. And right at ledge, now we get kills under 80% from weak neutral air. Imagine ledge trapping a Jigglypuff, catching a ledge jump or neutral get up with Nair and straight up killing them at 80%, with rage at 60%. And I'm not done yet. Who said that only weak neutral air could combo into BDK? Strong Nair BDK kills at 57% against DI in and 40% versus DI out. In the most absurd case, a max rage, unstale strong Nair BDK against DI out on Town and City can kill under 30%. But let's calm ourselves. This is obviously the best case scenario and won't happen a lot of times. So what do realistic numbers look like? On a relatively neutral stage like small battlefield with medium rage and DI in, a floaty character like Peach will die at about 105% under the platform. At ledge this goes down to 80% from a weak nair and 60% from a strong nair. And the best part, the combo is very easy to execute if you know the tricks behind it. And that's something I'll clarify next. There are two reasons Nair BDK works on all characters when at ledge. The first one, quite simply, is that they don't hit the ground, so they can attack. Groundbreaking analysis, I know. But the second reason is that a run-off BDK has the same properties as a jump BDK. I explained the details behind momentum and jump BDK in my how to use video, so if you haven't watched that or need a reminder, go check that out first. In any case, by running off a ledge, in the best case, you already save 2 to 3 frames of jump squat by replacing it with a frame of dashing. So even if you don't land right at ledge, you still have a bit of time to spare for the combo to work. In case of on-stage Nair BDK, you don't have that kind of luxury, meaning any form of tech ruins the combo, and even if they don't quite reach the stage, the jump BDK might still fly over them. This problem fortunately doesn't happen when fighting floaties. But you still need to know how to execute it, because there are some traps you might run into. First, you should always fast fall your Nair. This is also true in general, as it becomes safer on shield, but it also saves you a few frames when trying to combo. Second, never buffer your side B. This has two reasons. Reason number one is that specials have a higher command priority than jumps. Meaning if you input jump and special at the same time, you will only do the special. As you always want to jump before using BDK, this would kill the whole combo. Reason number two is a small correction or rather clarification of my previous video. A BDK buffer during jump squat actually doesn't get any forward momentum at all, no matter if out of a dash or not. So you need to wait at least one airborne frame before inputting BDK to get maximum distance. If you keep these two conditions in mind and time your inputs, the combo becomes really easy really quickly, especially as it works for a huge percent range. Just don't get too focused on it and remember to use other confirms as well. Nair to back air is still much stronger the farther you move from the blast zone, and Nair up smash also works really well against the IN. Next, I want to tell you about a neat little advanced technique called Instant Double Jump Slingshot Burning Dropkick, or IDJ SSBK. Usually, B-reverse BDK with full momentum shift, also called Slingshot BDK, is only doable when standing or walking, and only in one direction while in the air. So what if you want a slingshot in the direction you're running or drifting? To get the full momentum in a backwards jump out of a run, you would have to either delay your jump or delay your BDK for a few frames, which is definitely something you can do, but not optimal. However, as you probably know, at least if you watched my other video on BDK, a double jump at any point is able to reverse any momentum you had before, giving you the opportunity to slingshot with full momentum. In the air, this allows you to simply double jump backwards and instantly B-reverse BDK forwards, giving you the slingshot boost. And on the ground, you can combine it with an instant double jump, an IDJ, out of a run. The inputs look as follows. Run towards your opponent for any time you want. Then start your first jump and start holding back during jump squat. You then instantly double jump on the first frame after jump squat while holding back, which will give you maximum momentum backwards. Next, you input special, and during the startup frames, flick your controller stick again to B-reverse it. There are many different techniques and button layouts for doing IDJs, but with perfect timing, you will start BDK on frame 5 after inputting jump. If correctly executed, this will give you a massive boost in distance and speed which can cover over half a stage. To compare, using this method, Brawler will travel about 7 large and 9 small squares on training stage. If instead you choose to spend the 4 frames on simply moving forwards in the air, you cover 7 large and 2 small squares. And if you just keep running for the whole 4 frames, you travel only 5 large and 5 small squares. So how useful is this? Well, if you get it consistently, it could increase Brawler's threat range by a bit. Considering the difficulty though, I'm still not even close to getting it consistently on full speed. The reward is quite meager, if instead you could just jump inside before it. It might be useful to punch projectiles from a range where opponents think they are safe, but other than that, I wouldn't resort to it all the time, especially since you also lose your double jump. Although, this can be avoided as well. Finally, saving the best for last. Introducing the Phantom Land Refresh. Remember how I said you can't edge cancel BDK? Well, you can't, but you actually can. Let me show you what I mean. For some reason, when moving very closely over any kind of edge during BDK's animation, Brawler gets all of his area resources back. This includes his double jump, feint jump, and even FMP stalling mid-air, similar to a ledge cancel. To execute the PLR, you need to time your side B in a way that you move right over the platform or ledge, but neither touch nor go through it. You can't start it too early as you need to finish about half the movement before it'll refresh anything, but also obviously shouldn't land on the platform. It works with any amount of momentum, the spacing is the only important factor. So why does this happen? I can only make theories about that, but I suspect it has something to do with the difference in Brawler's model and his flattened hurt box during BDK. His model receives all of its resources back, but his hurt box continues the current action, leading to a refreshed double jump but no animation cancel. This is of course just a theory. If you have any other explanation, let me know in the comments. So what is it useful for? Can you actually do anything with it? Unfortunately, unlike real edge cancels, PLR does not cancel your animation and lag. It just refreshes your double jump and feint jump. This means that moving towards center stage will never give you any benefit, as you will be in too much lag to jump again before hitting the ground or another platform. This severely limits its applications and disadvantage, and leaves only 3 useful situations I could think of. The first situation would be when getting juggled. Getting juggled without a double jump sucks, and if you ever get caught without one and don't want to use feint jump, usually your only option left is to either fast fall air dodge or retreat to ledge. With PLR though, you could BDK over a platform like on Kalos, baiting the opponent to come edgeguard you, because they believe you don't have any resources left. But once you notice them moving, you simply double jump, feint jump back to stage and regain stage control. The second situation would be as bait for edge guarding. You could jump away from stage, but pretend you changed your mind midway, and double jump backwards as if to retreat to stage. Then you slingshot BDK off stage and surprise them with an edge guard they didn't think would be possible, either with a jumping aerial or with a deep edge guard which you can still recover from. The third and last situation that comes to mind is after an IDJ SSBDK. In case you ever miss your target, if spaced correctly, you retain your double jump even after using it for the IDJ, which makes the technique a bit safer than usual. Of course, all these scenarios are optimistic to say the least, and only very situational mix-ups. If you don't get the refresh, you're pretty much dead, or at least in a very bad spot, so it's up to you how much you want to trust in your spacing. In any case, I'm excited to see what other applications brawler mains can come up with. If you find any, please let me know in the comments. Until the next video.